Harry Styles, he's back, y'all, with a brand new record. It's called Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally. Now, this reminds me many years ago, I had a tweet that went sort of kind of minorly viral. He announced a tour, I remember, and the opening act of that tour was Jenny Lewis. And there was an article posted about that tour, and the headline was like, why has a bond formed between Harry Styles and Jenny Lewis? And I commented on that tweet and I said, because they both look like extras from the movie Almost Famous. So a lot of people thought that was funny. So there's my connection with Harry Styles. Personally, I've never really been that big of a fan of his music. I always felt like his music and his overall vibe was in that area of pop star that was too equally appealing to young people and those young people's parents. I never liked that particular type of pop star personally. But I will say I like a couple songs from him. Adore You, that's a banger. And what's the other one? Late Night Talking. That's a good song. But listening to this new record, I had this very strange feeling. Now, I did not look up anything behind this record, what was, I guess, the inspiration or how it came together. I just went into it cold, gave it a chance, and I was listening to it. And I was about, two songs left on my first listen. I was almost done. And I recall thinking to myself, did Harry Styles just find out who LCD Sound System is or something? Like, this is weird. And then I decided to actually look up the record and see what people are saying and the reactions. And apparently, Harry Styles went to a festival and caught a set from LCD Sound System, and that was the inspiration behind this record. He liked that sound and what they were doing and the performance, and that helped him, I guess, shape the vibe of this new record. And it is very, very clear the inspiration. And this, to be honest, kind of sounds like if James Murphy himself produced the new Harry Styles record. Now, I feel like more times than not, that would be something that I would want to mock and say that's really lame. But to my surprise, I like this album. It's honestly just really, really funny the more and more I've listened to this record because, for example, the song American Girls sounds mildly like a reinterpretation of the song Someone Great. And the last track on this album, Carla's song, sounds like another version of All My Friends. Even the song Ready, Set, Go has like the same kind of plucky, chunky bass line and just overall vibe of the song Time to Get Away, all of these being LCD Sound System songs. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say he ripped off their sound or it's like this weird cosplay of early 2000s indie dance. It's okay to be influenced. Like, I have no issue with that personally. It still has the Harry Styles boyish charm just drenched all over this record. I can understand why a certain demographic of people just really, really like this guy. That whole vibe and that whole ideology is not for me personally, as far as who I am, my age, and just what appeals to me in general. But at the same time, I can recognize somebody who is taking on a persona, trying to make it his own, and I will say for the most part, he is pretty successful in this regard. Now, I'm not sure if I've ever said this before on here, but LCD Sound System is actually in my top 10 favorite bands of all time. Like, their music actually has a lot of deep emotional meaning for me personally. Like, their music is what had a huge influence many, many years ago on me to actually want to DJ and play music and make other people want to dance. Like, their music and my discovery of their music came at a particular time where I pretty much got out of my semi goth phase when I was younger, if you can imagine. So, listening to this record, this review could have been really, really different. I could have been maybe somewhat offended and put off, like, how dare this little twerp try and capture this sound? Who does he think he is? but with the use of synths, the bleep bloops, and the very chill, swaggering delivery of his performance overall, I'm actually going to give this a pass. I think like this record is actually pretty damn good. The songs are catchy, it's produced very, very well. And earlier this week, I did a review of the brand new Rob Zombie album. And in that review, I said that that record is the biggest surprise so far in 2026. But I think that has quickly changed, and now it's the new Harry Styles record. I like the new Harry Styles record. I think this is actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. Check it out. 8 sticks of butter. Peace, love, butter.